Today I'm gonna talk about how to convert a paragraph into scripts line by line. The main idea behind is to let me write normally while creating voiceover scripts automatically. I'm gonna create an app for this which will cover traditional Chinese and English. There's a subtle difference and we'll go through it in details. In this case, I'm gonna extract the language text files from my SD card. Here I use the Python idle to code. If you want to know how to open it without typing commands, feel free to watch this video above. First of all, store the Chinese text file inside a variable called C_file. Here I just type in the path of the text file. Before proceed, I need to import the RE package and the path function from the path lib. Here I create a variable called C_text to represent Chinese text. It refers to the path of the Chinese text file. Here we read the text of the file that is encoded in the UTF-8 format. We need that to read non-English text file. When we type ctext, we'll get this big chunk of text. But when we print ctext, we'll have the paragraph like this. Now we need to convert the paragraph into multiple lines, so we need to define the pattern. Here I use the /W to represent all the non-Chinese characters. That can be any punctuation. Based on this pattern, we'll replace the punctuation with /n, which means new line. Then we make use of the regular expressions subfunction. The first parameter is the pattern that we defined above. For the second parameter, we'll put in rep that we defined here that indicates moving to the new line. We then apply all these to the text C_txt. This big chunk of thing. When I print it out, it's still this big chunk of thing. Take a look at the previous one, you'll see a Chinese full stop here. Then take a look at the one we just print and you see the /n instead of a full stop. Referring to the code, the new line /n replaces the punctuation specified in pattern. Print result and you should see it in multiple lines. That's how we deal with Chinese. Let's move on to the English text. Store the text in variable E file that read as the path of the text file. We need to convert the English file into a text, so we store it in a variable E text. Here we grab the path of the English file and then read text. Usually I'll add the encoding in UTF-8 no matter what, because in case if you are reading non-English text, if you don't specify the encoding, you might have weird output. Just like what we did, create a variable to store the English text. This time, we can't use /W as it isn't Chinese. So here we use a square bracket to wrap around the English comma, full stop, question mark, exclamation, colon, and the semicolon. To distinguish, we store our result in eResult. Here we use the sub function again, and we should have three parameters. The first one is the pattern that we defined above. Here we should use the E pattern. To replace the pattern punctuation, you can simply type the regular expression /n. But since I defined /n in variable rep above, so I put rep here. All these are applied to the English text, E-text, the English text, print out the E result, and you should get multiple lines. This is the original, and this is the result. That's it for the English part. Ciao!